You are listening to the Disney Dream Girls, an unofficial Disney theme parks podcast, and this is show number 275 for Sunday, the 1st of September 2019.
Where dreams begin.
Hello and welcome to this week's Disney Dream Girls. My name is Michelle Young, and together with my good friend Jane Phipps, we are your guides to the place where dreams begin. Well, no Janie this week, she's off trooping. But I have the most amazing guest coming up for you. She's going to tell us everything about D23. Who better than Michelle Valladolid, because she was actually there reporting, working alongside those lovely friends of ours at Mice Chat. Now, if you want to get in touch with the Disney Dream Girls, it's really easy. Our Twitter and Instagram is at DisDreamGirls. Email info@disneydreamgirls.com. You can always go over to that there Facebook, find our Facebook page, Disney Dream Girls, or request to join the Disney Dream Girls podcast family. Last but not least, you want more than one Disney Dream Girls show a week? Well, we've got you covered. Hop on over, patreon.com/Disney Dream Girls, and from there you'll be able to get yourself a whole smorgasbord of over 80 additional shows already waiting for you for just a few dollars each month. Anyway, let's get on with the show. I hope you enjoy this one because it was a real blast recording it with my good friend Michelle. So basically, you're getting one, Michelle, and you're getting one free this week.
Where dreams begin.
Right, well, hello and welcome to this week's show. And I am blessed by someone who is utterly fabulously Disney. Michelle, welcome to the podcast. How are you, my lovely?
Fine, Michelle. How are you?
I am great. Because I am channeling the Disney positivity from yourself because you're nearer to Disneyland than I am.
I am. I think I might also be nearer to Walt Disney World than you are, but just the other side.
True, you're practically nearer everywhere apart from I'm nearest to Paris, but yeah, I know where I'd rather be. My lovely, you have entranced me with your merchandise chat with Jim Hill on the show that you're doing at the moment. I love it. You bring some girl power to the Disney podcasting realm because there ain't that many of us out there that podcast about Disney that have the female persuasion.
Well, there are, but it's mostly mommy stuff.
Yeah, we're not mommy stuff. We like to enjoy things for adults' sake.
Yeah, I mean, family stuff is great, and if I have any family stuff to add, I'll add it. But these mommies are experts on what to do with your strollers and your babies and all that stuff. I did my time 25 years ago, surfing the Disney bus with an Emily Young a stroller on one arm and a baby on the hip.
So for the other people that are not familiar with what you're all about, you have all sorts of outlets, and the biggest one I suppose you're connected to is via Mice Chat, is that right?
Yeah, micechat.com. Great site.
And you do lots of writing for them. You're going to talk a little bit about something that you're involved with them later on in the chat that we're having.
Right.
But the big thing really that I want to know about is you were at D23. I know you're on the Mouse Chat. Do they call it a stand or counter? I don't know what the Anglo-American phraseology would be. Booth. That's it, booth. I couldn't think of that word for a minute. And you was there to hear all the announcements, meet and greet lots of people. I just thought it'd be great if we could have you to chat through some of the things that are coming and that were announced at that amazing weekend event. And a side note, that was the first time we actually met, was 4 years ago at D23.
We knew each other from online, and we grabbed each other, had a big hug and then a selfie.
Absolutely. And then we disappeared into the ether of the showrooms.
Best hugs. She gives the best hugs ever.
It's because I'm little, and little people give big hugs.
That's right.
Compensate for being 5'3".
Oh, you're an inch taller than I am.
Well, I suppose an inch of that is my hair. I boof it. Anyway, we're digressing. Out of all the announcements, what thing are you the most excited about? And please don't say it's Disney Genie or we just can't be friends.
You know what? That is pretty cool. But no, the thing I'm most excited about is the change for Epcot.
Oh, so what we're going to see at Epcot, because they're sort of hinting at a few things, and I'm sort of scrolling through the news here. There's a few new attractions. There's this, the neighbourhoods they're calling it, isn't it?
Yeah, They have World Showcase, and these are a little awkwardly named: World Celebration, World Discovery, and World Nature. They should have just called them Discovery, Celebration, and Nature.
Would have made a bit more sense, wouldn't it?
But no, everything is world because the big globe to some people looks like a globe, or the big ball looks like a globe to people. Here I'm doing it.
Yeah. And in these places, there's all sorts of new things. But what surprised me is they didn't announce any new countries being added to World Showcase, and everyone was pretty much putting their money on Brazil.
I was not.
Ooh.
I was not. You know why? Because I listened to the Disney Dish with Jim Hill and Len Testa, and Jim actually laid out and described the entire Mary Poppins attraction about months ago on his show.
I did hear that. I was countering with Pongo and Perdita's Puppy Dash because I thought that was pretty up there. And that was one. It just seemed to me that everything they announced, apart from the names of the three things, I'd actually heard on the Disney Dish.
Right. I get nothing from it, but listen to the Disney Dish. It's damn good.
They've been very vague, though, apart from you go up to the doorway, and at the doorway's point, something will happen in Cherry Tree Lane.
You will meet Mary and Jack.
Finally excited to have something coming into the UK Pavilion to really maximise it for our visitors.
Do you know what I'm excited for? Every hour on the hour. Admiral Boom is next door.
No way. So we're going to have the big boom going off and frightening unwieldy people.
I'm sure it'll be a smallish boom, but a boom there will be.
That sounds fun.
As the room rates at the beach club plummet.
Oh, well, I might actually get to stop there once then if the rates are going to go down.
Yeah, there you go. You know, Jim Hill and I got married at the beach club.
Did you really?
Yes. Oh, no, we had the very first Disney intimate wedding in 1993.
Oh.
Yeah.
How lovely.
Isn't that cool? January of 93.
Wow, it's amazing to think that Disney have been doing weddings over there for so long.
I know. I'm so old.
No, you're not. I would have only put you down as 22, so possibly not old enough to have had a Disney wedding in 93.
I love you so much.
Where were we? We were in Epcot, weren't we?
Got divorced in Hawaii, but not Aulani.
Well, these things happen. So we've got Guardians of the Galaxy, and they told us a name for this attraction as well.
Yes, Cosmic Rewind.
So it's going backwards.
Yeah, it's a launched start, but a backwards launched start.
It's going to be intriguing. It's nice to see something sort of coming in that we've not seen in any other the parks as well, because a lot of the things, like we've got Ratatouille coming in, which is in Paris, so it's nice to have something that's brand new and exciting.
Well, I wouldn't mind getting stuff from other countries Disney parks. I mean, I'd kill for Sinbad.
Ooh.
I'd kill to have Sinbad here.
That's a good one. I'd kill for Crush's Coaster from Paris because that is amazing.
Is it?
Yeah.
It's not like Gadgets or whatever? Or Sling Dog?
No, it's more on the line of Hester and Chester's Whirlwind Primeval Wheel thing, where you're sort of rotating. What about the foodie news with this Space 220 or 220? Does that grab your interest?
This is terrible because I love Joachim Splichal. He's such a sweet bunny, but I'm a little tired of Patina.
And Patina being the group that are behind a lot of restaurants now over at Walt Disney World.
But that's how it goes. Of course, I miss original Alfredo de Roma. And I'm like, in the Italy Pavilion, they really should have a restaurant from Italy, not from California. That's Italian style.
True. I must admit, I don't eat in the Italian restaurants anyway.
Yeah. My husband is Mexican, and he says, that's just the Mexican food of Europe. And I'm like, no, Spain. Spain is. And he's like, nah.
What about Harmonious then? Are you excited for a new big show?
I am. I got off Klimt and teary when the music was playing and the choir was going, and God bless Leslie Smith, and it was just fantastic.
I must admit, I'm an Illuminations girl, but it's done its time.
Illuminations, period. Girl. which is the original Illuminations.
Yeah.
Sections of Earth I found boring.
I never saw the other one.
It was so fun and cute.
Oh, but that's the good thing. If they keep reinventing things and updating technology, I just hope that it's not done... How can I put it? I just hope that it is spectacular finale to the Epcot day rather than something that just goes out with a whimper.
Does your podcast rating allow you to say half-assed?
Yeah, we'll go with half-assed. That's fine.
You don't want it to be half-assed.
Absolutely not, because there's nothing worse than waiting for an hour for something that's like, yeah, that was meh, but nice to have the name.
Yeah, it's...
What else is happening at Epcot? Oh, we're losing Spaceship Earth for a while, aren't we?
It's getting its story changed from the story of communication to the story of storytelling.
And it says it's going to have this sort of like highlight, flashlight sort of leading you along.
Yeah, it's this. I think they're going to use like a fiber optic type technology to kind of sweep you along. Do you remember at the end of Horizons when they had that kind of sweep and it ended with GE?
I've seen videos.
Yeah, okay, that kind of fiber optic sweep, like a wave.
Yeah.
And it's going to lead you from scene to scene.
And I think it's nice that they're keeping some of our favourite set pieces and they said adding to it.
I think so too. In the 90s, they were like, we're going to gut it all and put in a thrill ride.
No!
Yeah, and the 90s was all about ruining Epcot Center.
The thing that just tickles me about the whole Spaceship Earth thing, it's just so much fun to be walking through the park and hearing some dad say to the kid, that's the golf ball there. I just love it.
Disney Magazine actually did a factoid about how tall the golfer would have to be. It's something like 2.1 miles tall. The golfer would have to be to address that golf ball.
Wow. And I don't know about you, I've never met a golfer over 2 miles tall.
I don't want to meet him.
No.
Or her.
What else is there at Epcot then?
Well, they made zero mention of imagination, but they showed the building in the huge model. It was an odd model. It only had 9 or 10 buildings, and they weren't in the correct place of each other. They were just scattered around beneath Spaceship Earth. And one of them was the Imagination Pavilion, so we know it's not going anywhere.
Yay!
But they didn't mention it at all, and everyone was thinking that was going to be one of the announcements. Well, Destination D. And they didn't announce a lot about... They were very vague about the 50th anniversary plans, which I thought was odd, because that's pretty huge. So I'm thinking Destination D is when they're going to announce all those.
Well, when you think about it, we didn't have a great deal of announcements anyway. It was just confirmation of a lot of rumours.
And some not. I mean, Brazil.
Yeah.
Yeah, didn't happen. Inside Out going into Imagination. Didn't happen. But what is happening is they took out Innoventions East, and they're building a huge... and the fountain, and they're building a huge 2-story building, open building, I guess. It's another level they're building, which is all gardens. And then underneath is show elements. And that is for festivals.
Oh.
And it just looks lovely. And then sitting over by Earth Station on the steps, there's a plane going over. Sitting on the steps by Spaceship Earth will be Walt, an older Walt. And that's pretty near the spot he said when he pointed to the model, this is the bench where Lily and I will be sitting and taking it all in.
And that's just beautiful.
Yeah, I think it's legal reasons that they can't put Lily there, but they are putting an older Walt laughing and looking at Epcot.
That would be nice. Really nice. What about this water thing that's coming in? I've heard people talking about it's like a Moana thingy.
They described it as a Moana attraction, and everyone went, a ride? And they said, no. It's a walk-through water attraction inspired by Moana.
So it's going to be a place where kids can go jump in puddles, basically.
Well, and also there's all sorts of special effects. You know how Moana played with the ocean? We're going to have things like that.
Oh.
So yeah, and it'll be more like an oasis than a splash pad.
Not not something that overly excites me personally, but I suppose for families it would be a nice cooling area, or if you're feeling a little bit done in by the heat.
You know what they're going to have in the new Epcot?
What?
Shade.
Now, which bright spark has come up with that radical idea that Orlando needs shade?
I am going to miss it looking like a World's Fair, but it may still look like a World's Fair, just a greener one.
Until they give out more information, we won't know, will we?
We'll just have to stay tuned.
I'm sure we'll hear lots and lots, as you say, Destination D and other little bits of snippets when they're trying to outdo Universal in the news.
Yeah. That's why people were thinking that the big secret announcement that everyone thought was going to be a theme park, it turned out to be a book and a documentary. Wah, wah. It's a really cool book and a really cool documentary, but don't get people's hopes up that high.
Yeah. Well, theme park fans, we take things to heart, and if we're told we're going to get a big announcement, we want a big announcement.
Yeah. We want like Splash Mountain big, not here's a book you can buy big.
But they didn't mention anything about Splash Mountain disappearing, because there has been rumours about it being rethemed and all sorts of things in the political climate.
It's not going anywhere.
Good.
If it survived the 90s, it'll survive now.
It's my favourite attraction. I love it. I love the film. And I know when I tell a lot of Americans that, they take an intake of breath. But I love it.
I loved the film when I was little, but I saw it as an adult and I'm like, oh, that's a terrible film. The acting is wooden and the story is hackneyed and it's just, but yeah, the animation is brilliant and James Baskett is wonderful.
He is. So what else can we move on and talk about? Is that it for Epcot? Is there anything else that I haven't mentioned?
We mentioned the restaurant. We mentioned the big two-story thing, Moana, Mary Poppins. Yeah, I think the new show, that's it.
Okay. Where do you want to go next? What else was a biggie for this one?
Did you see, one last thing about Epcot, did you see the new fountain in front?
Ooh, I didn't see any pictures on that one.
It is an homage to the original acrylic one.
Ooh, nice.
Right? I'm so excited. Moving on. Where should we take the pink monorail to next?
Ooh, what about Hollywood Studios? What's happening with this Mickey and Minnie mine runaway train thing?
Runaway Railway. Well, Kevin Rafferty's doing it, and he's a genius. He's the bomb. He actually came up with Sunny Eclipse, among many other things.
I was listening to the Disney Dish the other day, and about 3/4 of the way through, where they were talking about Kevin Rafferty's book and going through that. It sounds amazing.
The things he's done, and he's the sweetest person. And his son, Kevin Rafferty Jr., you'll find on the Disney Parks blog writing things because he's a cast member.
Oh.
Yeah, he's in PR, and he doesn't look anything like his dad. They're the nicest people. But we got to see the vehicle, and Kevin says that it is a new type of ride system that has never been used before, that they invented, and he can't talk to me about it until later.
Oh, well, we'll be back for that juicy gossip then.
And we did see the costumes, and they're adorable for the people working the ride, the cast members. Oh my God, they're adorable. They're little old-fashioned train outfits.
Oh.
And the engineer even has the hat and a little bandana.
Like the necktie thing?
Yeah, the neckerchief.
Oh, it's so cool. I did see the pictures of that, and I just thought, oh my word.
Cute. And then they had a Tron Cycle car there.
That's so exciting. I love the thrill rides.
And then they had D23 at the Imagineering booth now, Parks booth. They also had a model of I can't remember the name of it, the new castle at Hong Kong.
Oh, yes.
Enchanted, magical castle of dreams and wishes. I'm sorry. Wish, dream, magical, enchanted storybook. I know storybook is China.
This is the one that's got virtually everything thrown at it, isn't it?
Based on all the princesses plus other female characters. We've got something there from Merida, something there from Tangled, something from Aladdin. I mean, all of them. They all threw a spoonful of sugar in, and I thought it was going to look terrible, but it looks adorable.
That sounds so exciting.
It's like if Cinderella Castle, Sleeping Beauty Castle at Disneyland, Sleeping Beauty Castle at Paris, and Mystic Manor had a baby together.
Oh, must admit, it was a tiny, tiny castle to start with. Now it's just going to be huge.
Yeah. I never thought it was a good idea for them to make it a copy of Sleeping Beauty Castle. I think each Magic Kingdom should have their own. But I know Tokyo won't change theirs.
What's this about them also having a Frozen attraction over there and a themed land or something?
Oh. Yeah, the next thing over was a model of Tokyo Disneyland, Beauty and the Beast land. The Frozen land is going to Disney Sea. Mm-hmm. And, yeah, it's going to be super cool. Oh, I've seen some, I'm sure you've seen it too, some video from the attraction, from the Beauty and the Beast of the animatronics.
I haven't. I've just literally been out of the country, so it's like I need to catch up with all of these things. So that's something else I've got to Google. It's on my list.
Yeah, Google that. Put it on your list and Google it. It's actually a few months old, but the animatronics are so smooth and beautiful. And their actual faces, they're not rear projections.
Nice.
Yeah. And Philippe, there's one of Belle with Philippe. And Philippe, he looks like his animated character, but he looks like he could breathe and move and the whole bit. So realistic for a caricature. Looks like a thing that is actually alive.
Oh, sounds amazing. It's great that they also mentioned what was happening in the other parks, such as Hong Kong, with this sleigh ride thing that they're getting.
Oh, that is Mine Train.
Yeah.
But it's rethemed to Oaken.
So that's cool.
Yes.
I must admit, the only thing is it'd be nice if it had a little bit more sway.
It could, but it won't.
No. Never mind. So that sort of puts Hong Kong on the back burner for me till all of this work's been done.
Well, I'd go in, I'd go on Mystic Manor, and I'd leave if I had to. But I really would like to do the bear ride, too.
Yeah, that looks great.
And Ant-Man and the Wasp looks great. And they were actually in the Imagination. I didn't get into any of the stores. They had a press preview on Wednesday night, but I was not invited.
Aw, I would have invited you.
Thank you. And I do the merchandise podcast with Jim. So I had no chance to see most of the merchandise.
Oh.
That was pretty sad.
Yeah, because it's your thing, isn't it?
When I finally finished all my work and I went to get in line, they're like, it's 3 hours. Get into Mickey's at Glendale, and I'm like, how much do I love Jim? Not that much. No, I'm just kidding. I was so exhausted after 3 days. I just called Noah and had him pick me up because it was 5 p.m. and I left early.
It's hard going.
Finished, and he said, next year we'll try to have 2 people there so you don't have to run around as much.
Yeah, invite me. I'll come and do it with you. Have fun.
Come on.
Yeah. Cirque du Soleil. Are you the only one like me that's like, meh?
Meh.
Meh.
Well, actually, they said, this is going to be Disney-inspired show.
I'm not a fan of Cirque du Soleil full stop. It's just not... All the time I'd be wondering if someone's going to fall and break their neck.
Oh, it just creeps me out. It's so creepy. Ugh.
But it's going to be there for people who like it. I know some friends have already booked tickets.
I have to tell you, this was in the parks presentation. When they came out for 10 minutes, the only saving grace for them was Eric Goldberg because the rest of it was deadly boring. People were like...
Catching up with the Twitter feed.
Pretty much, yeah. Well, during the entire presentation, the guy on the other side of me was dramatically sighing and rolling his eyes. And I'm like, are you okay? And this is during Epcot, and he's all, I'm bored. I'm like, then leave.
Yeah. He would have left before getting his Target gift voucher.
Yeah. I got one.
Yay!
It's adorable. It has Tinkerbell on it. When I go to spend the $10, I think I might just put more money on it so that I can use it forever.
It's nice that you're going to be able to buy Disney stuff in Target, but over here in the UK, we don't have Target stores, so that was a bit of a,
But you've got them in, Harvey's or something?
Nah, not in the UK.
Oh, that sucks.
Yeah, But it would have been nice that they just reinvest the money into making the Disney stores better rather than putting them in existing stores.
Well, Target spends the money.
True, not Disney. Disney aren't stupid, are they?
No, they're not stupid. Like Dick Nunes says, you can complain all you want, but you're still happy when you see the price of your stock.
Absolutely. So what's happening over in Disneyland with all these announcements? Did anything come out about new things there?
Well, we're getting a parade.
Oh.
Magic happens. But I know what Andy Castro's going to call that one.
Does it begin with S?
Yes. Yeah, no, it looks gorgeous. I can't wait to see it. I'm probably going to cry when I watch it because Disney parades often make me cry.
The parade floats look absolutely outstanding.
I know, right? That Moana one?
Oh, my only concern is it's brilliant Disneyland are getting all these parades and stuff, but why can't Walt Disney World have something for the evening?
I'm thinking that might be a Destination D announcement. Because they're shooting themselves in the foot if they don't.
Because it's been a while since they booted off Main Street Electrical Parade, which is having its last final death march again in California.
What they could do is move the start of the Halloween parties back to March, and then they wouldn't ever have to have a nighttime parade. Yeah, see, I can be an executive. I are smart.
Yeah, you can just do Christmas and Halloween parades the whole year round.
That's right. Every day's a holiday at Disney.
There's a lot of Marvel coming into the parks as well.
There is. I'm very excited. I love Marvel.
Ah, so you're a Marvel fan, so this must have really got you excited.
Yeah, my brother had boxes and boxes and boxes. When he died, we donated them, but he had so many Marvel comics, especially the Hulk. And then my husband's favorite character is the Hulk.
Ah. So California's getting something to do with Spider-Man?
Okay, put it this way. The difference between Midway Mania and Spider-Man is the difference between It's a Small World and Pirates of the Caribbean when they came out, in terms of technological upgrades.
Yeah.
And what happens is all these little spider bots get out and you have to catch them. And there will be an animatronic Spidey out in front of the building swinging and doing tricks.
Ooh.
Not just being pulled on the thread, but actively moving and swinging.
That sounds fun.
Right? The Pym Labs restaurant. They're saying, it's going to be an Ant-Man themed microbrewery. People are like, but no, it's going to be Pym Labs. And what they mean by microbrewery, they mean that the food is going to be either very large or very small. Like, you'll have a giant pretzel or a small pizza or a giant hamburger, things like that.
Ah, you see, I was thinking a completely different plan with this when it started saying about Pym particles. I was imagining, like those bobber balls, and somehow the Disney wizards had given pizza flavouring to a bobber ball. So if you ordered pizza, you'd get a pizza flavoured bobber ball. Oh no, they're saving that stuff for Star Wars. They've just heard my idea and they're going to steal it now, aren't they? They are. They are. Thank you very much for your idea. Up yours. Yeah. Well, they stole my Snow White idea for storybook dining. I said they needed something themed around characters and Snow White, and they stole it. I'm glad they did, because I hear it's fantastic. Michelle's sitting on the fence over that, Michelle. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I wasn't overblown by it, shall we say. Oh, you've tried it. I did. We did it while we was there this summer, and... Now, let's interrupt my interview and everything here. I want to hear all about this. Oh, about the storybook dining? Yes. The thing that disappointed me was Snow White was incredibly brief. She didn't do a great interaction. She was like literally with us for 10 seconds. Oh, no, that's terrible. Dopey and Grumpy were brilliant. The Evil Queen was brilliant. The food was meh. I think it was more about what was going to be looking good on Instagram rather than what was going to be looking very good when you were eating it. I've heard the walk through the woods is good. You see, it was difficult for us because my other half has a shellfish allergy, so we didn't get the full experience because they had to bring his on separate plates.
Right.
The dessert was probably the lowest point because it was just so unbelievably sweet.
Oh, dear.
No, it's like 3 little things of really, really, really sweet stuff, and it was like, nah, give me something savoury. I want cheese.
So a thing of peanut butter and jelly and a thing of frosting and a thing of...
Yeah. It was too much. Yeah.
Oh, I was joking, but okay.
It was just too sweet. But each to their own. I know other people who've been and loved it.
I was thinking of taking my daughter. She's 25. She loves stuff like that.
I wouldn't go to be filled up on food.
Okay.
But the experience, if you get a better Snow White, would be good.
Okay.
So, what else have we not covered? We've done that. We've done Target. We've done that.
They had a Disney Studio store there.
Ooh.
Apparently they had a bunch of pins because the line again was 3 hours. And I came back in the afternoon and there were 6 people in line.
Wow.
I said, is this the line? Is the rest of the line over back there? Because they divide the lines. No, this is it. They're out of pins.
Ugh, that's not good, Disney.
No, they were out of pins for the day. The next morning they had all the pins back and the line was 3 hours again. I don't get pins. I don't.
It saves you a lot of money then.
I just don't understand. I don't understand standing 3 hours. I wouldn't stand 3 hours for a set of Epcot buttons and a really cool Hong Kong shirt. No, just no.
Well, you've said that you love your Marvel. Do you like your Star Wars?
I'm crazy about Star Wars. My brother worked at the Reuben H. Fleet Space Theater and Science Center when I was a kid, and when the first movie came out, he got preview passes to it, and we went. And we've seen every single one on or before opening day. My brother's gone,
yeah,
but I still do it. My dad and I do it mostly.
Oh.
And he had a really bad health scare, and then we missed out on Rogue One. And then we were in line for, was it Solo or was it Last Jedi? It was Last Jedi. He said, what would you have done if I hadn't made it? And I said, I would have brought your ashes. And he's like, good girl.
So, are you getting prepared to sell your firstborn to go and stay on this galactic star cruiser?
I am going to go stay on it, and it's really not as expensive as I thought it would be.
How much? Did they announce any prices for it?
Yeah, $3,300 for the first person, $1,400 for each additional.
Okay, so that's about $4,700 for 2 people.
Right.
Okay, and that's for the 2 nights.
Right, but all your food's included, and it's 2.5 days or 2 days of show, straight up, of non-stop show.
Wow. And I suppose if you're a Star Wars fan, that must be the most enticing thing ever.
Oh yeah, because you're going to see Kylo Ren, and he is my dumb baby, and I love him. I actually have almost 200 Kylo Ren figures.
No way.
I do. It's a sickness, I tell you. I won't even stand in line for a Kylo Ren trading pin, though. But I'll just buy one off the rack, and I have several.
Oh my word. So at least they announced some more details about that and showed some idea about what was coming. Yeah,
showed some new art, and that was nice. And then they had a model of the ship, the Halcyon.
Hmm.
And it's the Chandrila Star Line. Chandrila is actually where Ben Solo was born, for you Kylo Ren fans. It's where he was born, Chandrila. And it's a galactic starship or star cruiser. I can't remember the name. I can't remember the name of the actual hotel. I'm so sorry. I'm pulling a blank right now.
It's fine. Don't worry about it.
Galactic. I think it's Galactic Starship.
It's Star Cruiser.
Star Cruiser. I was so close. I was not close, but I was so close. So yeah, and it's people were thinking, oh, it's a hotel. I'm going to come in there and I'm going to stay for 5. No, it's an experience. You're hermetically sealed. There is a story. There is a start. There is a middle, and there is a conclusion.
I know my other half is going to want to go, and he will persuade me. I imagine in time.
You will have so much fun, and you'll have bragging rights of the century.
Well, tell you what, when you've gone, you can tell me all about it.
I hope I do a better job than I have about telling you about D23.
Ah! No, you're doing amazing. Amazing.
We did almost all of the cast of Star Wars came out for the not parks, the movies studio thingy, and that was brilliant. Adam Driver was not there because he hates fan stuff. He does, but Daisy Ridley was there, and John Boyega and Oscar Isaac made storm pilot jokes. Yeah, because Kerry Russell was an old girlfriend of Poe's, and John Boyega made like he was getting jealous. Oscar Isaac said to him, "No, baby, it was a long time ago. I swear, baby." It was so cute.
So, is there anything else that you have a burning desire to share about D23 that we haven't mentioned, or a particular highlight, or something you went, "Oh my God, that was the most amazing thing"?
After we get off this call, it is worth going. Mm-hmm. Even with the lines. Now with the queue system, the virtual queue system, it made it so easy. But people are like, oh, there's so many lines. They really should make an additional day like Comic-Con. They really need to. And they need to split movies and animation up again. And with all the new content coming in for Disney Plus, they really are going to need another day next time. Join D23 for free, and then go to Disney Plus and do the $140 for 3 days early sign-up thing for 3 years sign-up thing. It's worth it.
Yeah, we haven't got a detail on that for over here in the UK, but I gather worldwide, including even Australia, you can do that, which is a great thing.
Right. So, Disney Plus is just as amazing as people are saying it is. Magic Bands are not coming to Disneyland yet, damn it. Just, if anybody says it's not worth it, they haven't been. It's worth it. It's amazing. If you have a chance, you have to go.
It's like everything, isn't it, with Disney? Go along and go with an open mind, see what you think. I went and did it. I did 2 days, and I got to see the most amazing performance of the Silly Symphonies, which was a once-in-a-lifetime experience. Exactly.
And here's a cool thing. Every year they do this. On, I think it's the second afternoon, the voice of Disneyland will do your cell phone message. It's a long line, but that I might stand in line for.
That'd be amazing.
And don't forget about all the people in the Emporium. That's the section with the non-Disney sales and events. You've got stuff like the Walt Disney Family Museum and the Disney Hometown and Birthplace, and Garner Holt had his Lincoln out there, and it was amazing. And just at the Mice Chat booth, we had Bob Gurr, we had Garner Holt, we had a car going by. We had Bob Gurr, we had Garner Holt, we had Floyd Norman, we had Mike and Patty Peraza, Rick Farmelo, we had some of the original Disneylanders there, we had David Koenig. It was just amazing.
Wow.
Just at one booth.
Wow. So it's just worthwhile just going to hang out at the Mice Chat booth.
Yeah. If all you do is come to D23, hang out with the Mice Chat booth, you're going to meet Disney legends. You're going to we had a booth camera set up that had all sorts of special things to put mouse ears on you, or flowers in your hair, or princess buns on you, and took a lot of pictures. That was fun. And they had a huge giveaway. And they showed off the trophy for the next Gumball Rally, which is February 8th.
Fantastic. But before then, you're going to go over with them over to Orlando. Why don't you tell us a little bit about this amazing trip you've got planned?
Well, Mice Chat has an Orlando invasion every year, and this year is no different. The 17th, we're doing Mickey's Not So Scary. On the 18th is Epcot Sip and Nibble, which is everyone gets together in a group, and somebody buys a couple people buy different things from each thing, and everyone has a spoon or a fork. We all share. And let's see. Then the next day, what are they doing? Oh, the studios and such. Then they're going on a Norwegian cruise line, but my daughter and I are going on a Disney cruise.
Have you done Disney Cruise Line before?
I have done a 7-day to Mexico, the Mexican Riviera, seven day. My daughter has not.
Oh my word.
I'm so excited to take her. She's gonna love it.
So what itinerary have you plumped for?
It's Bahamas and Castaway Key.
Oh my word.
It's
Oh my word.
a 4-night.
So, top tip. Adult beach.
Yes.
Adult beach all the way.
Serenity's the only place you can get a ribeye. You can't get one at Cookies.
It's amazing, it's the steak.
Yeah.
It's so good. And it's such a beautiful beach. Get in a hammock and not move.
Well, first I'm going to go snorkeling.
Oh.
I'm from Hawaii and I love snorkeling.
You will have an absolute blast.
I hope so.
And the ship itself, oh my word. So many wonderful things to do on board.
I've been on the Wonder, but I haven't been on the mega ships.
Ah, well, I'm doing the Wonder next year and I've been on the Fantasy, so other way round.
The Wonder is delightful. I guess it's my home ship because it was the first one I ever went on.
Well, I hope the two of you have an absolutely amazing time, and I hope Alice really enjoys her first Disney cruise ship.
I hope you come out and visit us soon.
I will. August, we're on, my lady, and we will find some mischief to get ourselves into.
Yay!
To help other people find where they can catch up with you and all your adventures, why don't you give yourself a bit of a social media shout out?
Okay. I have a site called pinkmonorail.com. I do the Tuesday rumors on micechat.com. And I have a podcast with Jim Hill called I Want That.
And it's fab.
You're fab.
Oh, well, my lovely, I'm going to end this show now, and I can't wait to speak to you, and hopefully it'll be in person next time.
Yes.
And we will catch up with everyone else on our next show, so goodbye from me.